What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Charting Crypto live stream. Doing a weekly stream tonight. What a crazy day we had today, huh? Crazy. Bitcoin was looking like it's about to take off, but then got snuffed out. There's just something I want to show you real quick. This has been in a downtrend since December and pretty much been tagging it perfectly. Tagged it back here on November 9th, tagged it back here on April 1st, and we just tagged it again, tagged it here on September 13th, and you can currently see we are tagging it right now. We're currently on the percentage right now, so when I go to the log and take the percentage off, this is going to be a little bit different, but you can see we're kind of getting stuck between this main support right here at 1894 and this downtrend. We're nearing the peak of this triangle, so I personally think this peak of the triangle is going to be what pushes us lower down to the support of around 16 to 12k. So I'm going to get off the percentage right now and we're going to take a little bit of a closer look at it. So we're going to go to log real quick. So that downtrend, if we're not on the percentage, you can see it's not intact here, but the percentage is the accurate chart. You just do the log so you can actually fit everything on the screen. So this is accurate right here. It's been in a downtrend since December and has been tagging it pretty close. We're nearing the peak on this downtrend. You can see we just been consolidating at this main support at 18,094 since June 20th, and we are getting very tight here to either a breakout or a capitulation to the downside. My money is on a capitulation to the downside, and it looks like if we do end up getting to that peak, it's going to be around October 10th. So it'll be around October 10th, beginning of October, when we start seeing that capitulation downwards. Who knows? I remember last time we had that huge capitulation, I woke up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, looked at my portfolio and saw that BTC absolutely crapped the bed down to 16k. But I personally believe it's coming very soon. We'll see that capitulation. So we're gonna go back to the log now. I'm gonna get rid of this downtrend since I already covered that, and we'll take a little bit of deeper dive into BTC. So we're looking at the day right now. On the day chart right now, you can see we're currently bouncing off the support right here. MACD is really not doing much. RSI is pretty much at the halfway point at 45. So as of right now, I currently do think we will be coming up to test around 20,000. I know the title list will BTC come up to test 20,000. I think we are going to test 20,000 one more time. And I think that's going to be putting the nail in the coffin. That's going to be testing the top of that downtrend once more. And then from there, I think we'll start capitulating a little bit further. But to get into that, we're gonna go to the 4 hour because that's what I chart. I chart the 4 hour charts. Something very interesting as well. You see this indicator down here. So it had a sell, buy, sell, or we haven't had or it had a buy, sell, hasn't had the buy yet. I'm actually waiting for this next buy signal to show up on this indicator, and that's where I'm going to start investing the rest of my dry powder. And once that buy indicator pops up down here, I will start buying it. And like I mentioned last time, this is a very short-term time frame, but it is that head and shoulders that I was talking about, kind of doodled at the end of the last live stream about that. You can see the RSI peaked out here at around 75. If we look at the general top of the RSI for BTC, it's around 75. It's around where we currently topped out at. Yes, we briefly break over it occasionally, but we rarely break over it. We normally just barely touch the 70, 75 before we start retracing, and we did touch that 70 today on the RSI, and we are starting to retrace. You can see that main support that's been holding us up for so long at 18,098 held us up right here, and this is why I think we're going up to 20,000 one more time. I think we were to get this bounce right here off this 18,983, work way up to 19.5 and possibly wick up to 20,000, and then from there, that's going to be the capitulation event. I personally believe similar to that downtrend that I showed at the beginning. The peak of it seems to be around the beginning of October. I personally think we are going to be coming up to around 20,000 one more time, but I think the big capitulation event that everyone's talking about is going to be coming pretty dang soon, beginning of October, if not sooner. And if we do break below that, there's a general support area. Where is it at? I think I deleted them. Oh no, right here. The first support area, if we do capitulate, I'm going to hide this now. Just waiting for another buy signal on this indicator. Then I'm going to assess the situation, because every time we've had a buy signal here, it's pretty much been accurate. But I'll have to assess the situation at that time. I mean, don't base all your buying off of one indicator. So as of right now, we take a little bit closer look at BTC. I think we're going to be coming up to test this resistance right here at 19.5 and possibly wake up to 20,000. Once we break below this 18.93, the next support's at 18.34, and then once 18.34 breaks, that is going to be when all hell breaks loose. There's not a lot of support between 18.34 and 16.16. So I'm personally thinking once we break below that $18,000 range, I think we're gonna be going down to 16 pretty dang fast, and that's where I'm gonna be placing my dry powder. And I know people are like, hey, we might be going down to 12k, we might be going down to 10k. I'm gonna put a little bit in. I'm gonna put about half my dry powder in at 16k, and if we go lower, I'll put the remainder in. I'm not trying to get the exact bottom. It's very, very difficult to get the exact bottom, so I'm just gonna dollar cost average on the way down. So for BTC right now on the 4 hour, you can see the MACD is about ready to flip bearish. Let me zoom back over where we're currently at. About ready to flip bearish on the MACD. RSI tagged out around 70 to 80 on the 4 hour chart. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on a movement up to around 19.5 to a wick up to 20, and then from there we're going to be working our way back down. Just like at the beginning, I showed you that downtrend. We're getting very, very close to that peak of that downtrend. If you want to know what I was talking about, just zoom back to the beginning and you can watch that. So BTC is going to be very interesting in the next couple weeks, guys. I personally believe it is. Okay, so let's look at the chats here. Got BTC. What's up, folks? What's up? Quant rocketing. Yeah, we're gonna go over quant, man. I am so butthurt that I didn't buy more quant. I was gonna buy some at $100 too, but I didn't. But I think once we see that capitulation, hopefully quant will drop back down, because I would definitely want to stack more in my bag. Let's just look a quick look at quant. So quant right now is up 12.1% at $134, absolutely taking off. If we just look at coin market cap and go to the top runners of the day, 24, quant is number one. Quant has been number one for several times when we see capitulations on BTC. It's actually moved up to number 36 now. It's almost in the top 20 coins. It's up to 36 now, so that's crazy. Quant making moves. So yeah, quant's up 12% at 134, 14 million max, 13.4 million in circulation, 1.8 billion market cap. All-time high was 427, all-time low was 21 cents. I was lucky enough to pick most of my bag up at around $49, so I'm feeling really lucky about that. Probably one of my best pickups in this bear market so far. So quant looks like last time I charted, I said we got to keep an eye on a bounce on this main support, then working our way up to this general area, which it kind of wicked down to that support area, and then we kind of took off from there. So I'm technically going to call that a win, I guess. We're currently broke above the support right here at 132, so we are taking off. We're going to have to do a fib extension on this bad boy. So we broke above the 2. The next is a 3618 up here at 145. RSI is currently oversold, but the MACD is still ripping, and we did just break above this resistance even with an oversold RSI at 135. So it looks like quant wants to head up to around 145 here, and I wouldn't put it past quant to do that. 145 and then back test this support here at 130. Then we'll assess the situation at that time. So I think quant still has a little bit more room to run. I personally wouldn't be buying in right now because it is oversold, and 132 quant is kind of high in my personal opinion. I want quant at $60, but I don't know if I'll see that again. But I'll start probably buying quant when it drops down to around 80, if it ever does. So short term right now, I think quant could run another 7.6% up to the 3618 here at 145. That's on the 4 hour. Let's look at the day real quick. So the day chart's telling a little different story. So we had that one, what was that? That 145 area on the 4 hour. So on the day chart right here, we actually do have a main resistance where we're currently at. Let me delete this brush here and we can zoom in and take a little bit of a closer look. So see on the day chart, it's showing 135 as one of our main resistance areas. So that is a price we need to keep an eye on. If the day chart says 135 as a resistance, I'm going to respect that. You can see it was a resistance back here on August 6th as well. So if it breaks above 135, I think the 3618 at 145 is a valid move. And you can see on the day chart, RSI isn't even oversold yet. It's only at 63 and the MACD is still running. Let's check out that other indicator I have, see if it's flashing a buy or sell signal. So I had a sell signal back here. It didn't even flash a buy down here, and it hasn't flashed a sell signal yet, but even that is getting pretty close to being oversold on the day. So that's just something we have to keep an eye on there. But personally, main areas that we need to keep an eye on for quant now is 135. We break above 135, I think the 3618 at 145 is gonna be the top before we back test that support area right there. The quant is still bullish right now, even with the BTC dropping down, and I think BTC is going to be testing $20,000 again. So if quant continues to run, it could rise with BTC, but usually when BTC drops, that's when quant pumps. So 135 is the price we beat, and I think the highest that we will go on this run right here is 145 before we start seeing some downwards movement. If BTC drops below 14K, I'm going to be pawning everything I own to buy some more crypto. So yeah, quant not giving up on time, and I'm still holding juke though. So we're gonna look at XRP, and then we can look at time. Hey, what's up, Andy Walk? What's up, Beanbag? What's up, Chef? What's Sturgit Heart? What's up, Grizz? What's up, Crypto Crusader? Let's look at XRP. I've actually been starting to consider adding XRP to my portfolio. I don't own any XRP, believe it or not. I've just been seeing a lot of news on it, and I don't usually buy news, you know, but started doing some research on it, and it does look pretty tasty. So XRP, 100 billion max, half in circulation, 22 billion market cap. All-time low was 002 8 years ago. All-time high was 4. So it looks like last time I tried XRP, I said we need to keep an eye on the 618 for a bounce up to 57. We just fell below the 618. We did get stopped out. We are on the day right now. So yesterday we did get stopped out at the 618, and we recently just fell below it, working our way down to the 0.5 at 43. We do have a double support here at the 382 and 40 cents. So I'd be keeping an eye on 40 cents. I actually might just put a small buying order at 40 cents, and if it hits, it hits. If not, so be it. Either I'll put one in at 40 cents, or I'll wait for that big Bitcoin capitulation to pick up some XRP, because I think I want to add some XRP to my portfolio. Not a huge bag, but I want to have some exposure to it for sure. So on the day chart right now, we have this double support at 40 cents. I'd be keeping an eye on that. Let's go to the short-term time frame and see what's going on with XRP. The XRP was being held up at that 618, which I drew earlier, but we just fell below that, as you saw on the day chart. So that was pretty dang good support yesterday until Bitcoin dropped today. We dropped right to the 5 at 43, which is holding us up right now. RSI's tailing down. MACD did have a bullish fake out. I mean, we weren't really close to flipping bullish, but you can see we were having ascending candles, and they started growing larger again. So I want to be keeping an eye on the test of the 618 support at 46, and then it dropped down to the 382. I think XRP could be making that move. I think BTC is also going to be moving up, and that to 46, and then inevitably working its way down to 40. So I think $40 wouldn't be a bad buying opportunity for XRP. So I'd be keeping an eye on 40 cents if you're looking. That's not financial advice. If I wanted XRP, I'd put a buying order at 40 cents, and if it hit, it hit. If not, so be it. So 40 cents XRP is looking pretty good in the longer term time frame. Short term time frame, I think we'd be coming up to test the 618 at around 46 cents. That's just something we have to keep an eye on. So let's look at time. Has time fallen below 52? I'm bullish on time until it falls below 52 cents or $52. 57.2. I just love the total circulating supply on the small market cap. I mean, that is ridiculously small coins to a small market cap. If it survives the bear market, I guarantee it's going to rip. I can't guarantee anything, but most likely it's going to do pretty dang good in a bull market. So let's look at time real quick. So we're on the 4 hour right now. I've gone over time a lot about the repeating patterns and stuff like that, so I'm not going to go over it right now. You can see it actually flashed a buy signal right here on this green candle right here on September 27th. Like if I expand this green dot right here flashed a buy signal on time, and you can see the sell signal was right on too. We had the sell signal here on September 18th. That was accurate, and we had the downtrend right here, and it just had the buy signal earlier today. You see, last time I had the buy signal was September 9th right here, and we ran approximately 53% before the sell signal came in. So that was a valid movement on that indicator right there with the buy and sell, and it just flashed a buy right now. So we're gonna have to be keeping an eye on time because MACD is pretty much stagnant sideways. RSI is definitely low at 38, so it definitely has room to run. So we could be seeing another upswing for time here. Let's draw some fibs on it, auto it, blow this up a little bit. So the only thing we need to keep a close eye on for time is you have the 786 down here pretty close to $59. So I'm going to call this pretty much a double resistance area right here, and then you have another double resistance area at 63 with the 618 sitting on top of a main resistance. So that's those two areas that we really need to focus on. But if we get over both those areas, that's going to act as fantastic support for time. It'll be a double support once you're above it. So you can see currently today we did wick up to 59 and we did get rejected, and we're currently being held up right here at pretty much the main support area at $56. I think the consolidation sideways is going to continue, and I don't think we'll break below 56. We just had that buy signal. We're starting to curl back up. I think BTC is going to be moving back up to around 19.5 to 20,000. And from here, I think we will be seeing a test of this 59. I think we actually break through that, and this is going to be our major test area at $63. The 618 is a very important area on fibs, and it's also a main resistance. You can see with the red dotted line right there. So if we get over 63, I think we have a good chance to make another higher high all the way up to the main fib 786, because I drew a main fib here earlier. You can see this is the main fib right here, and you have the 786 up at 88. I'm still bullish. I still think if we do see this a run similar to these three right here, it's going to go up to 180 to 200 plus. So let's just keep a close eye on that. With the small market cap and the small circulating supply, it's not that hard for a coin like that to make huge moves. So for the short term right now, I'm going to be keeping an eye on a possible movement up to 59. We break above 59. This area is what we really need to keep an eye on, is 63 to $64. You get above $64, I think we're going to be seeing some massive gains, possible gains for this coin. Indicator just flashed a buy. RSI started reversing. MACD is stagnant sideways, so we could start seeing some bullish movement on the MACD as well. So I'm going to be bullish on time here in the short term, so let's keep a close eye on it. What's up, Zegoff? Welcome to the live stream. Whoops. Okay, so what are we charting next? Let's see. It looks like Jupe. So Jupe is up 0.2% at 007 right now. 1 billion total, 1 billion circulation, 7 million market cap. So extremely low. So that's really good. I mean, extremely small market cap means you can easily make good games. A 10x from here would only be 77 million. All-time high is 12 cents over a year ago. All-time low was 2 years ago. If you bought this 2 years ago and held, you'd be up 179,000% just by holding. No panic selling, no nothing. Put it on your ledger, put it wherever, forget about it. Come back 2 years later and your investment's up 179,000%. That's crazy. Okay, so let's look at Jupe. So 4 hour right now, just taking a quick look without drawing any fibs on it. RSI is pretty low. This indicator right here hasn't flashed a buy signal yet, but we're just going to hide this right now. We're not going to be using that. RSI is tailing down. MACD is about ready to flip bullish, but it is still in the bearish territory. You can see on this main fib right here, we did fall below the 786. So we're going to have to reassess this fib. We have to find another valid fib. Let's see. So we do a fib extension here from where we're currently at. Looks like what we need to keep an eye on here is this main, well, it says a main support, but I drew that earlier, so that is no longer support. It is now resistance, so that's gonna be flipping to red. That is the main area that we need to focus on for Jupe is 007. We break above 007, we have a 008 main resistance here. RSI is definitely set to run, and MACD does look like it wants to flip bullish, but if we just take a general look at Jupe, it's been in a downtrend for a while, so I want to be keeping an eye on the general. Let's see what other support areas there are. We have a support area right here. We have a support area right here. I think Jupe is still going to be working its way down, and I'm going to be keeping an eye on 0073 for it. I'm not going to be bullish on it right now, unfortunately. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on another 4% drop possibly on it. In the longer term, if this survives the bear market, the market cap is definitely low enough to run in the bull run. But short term right now, I'm going to be bearish on it. Possibly test this support here at 007 or 007, 008, and then work its way back down to 0073. Okay. This quant coming back down. So quant was the second coin I charted. Azro, yeah, we need to look at some Azro. If Azro drops down to $90, I'm probably gonna, or $90, 90 cents. I'm gonna pick up a little bit. So Azro's down 0.2% at $1.01. I've went over these in the past before. Do your research if you want to know the market cap and total and circulating supply. Market cap's pretty low. Circulating supply is like 300, or max supply is like 330 million. They put 30 million coins in circulation every year, every November. So this November they're going to be adding 30 million more coins into circulation, which I'm not too worried about. Every year's 30 million. So I think there's only like 1 point something million in circulation right now, but just do your own research on that. All-time high was 6 months, all-time high was 6 months at 309. All-time low was 3 months ago at 59 cents. That'd be crazy getting in at 59. Lucky Chef, I think he got in at 60 something. But thanks to Chef, he showed this coin to the Discord channel, and I got hooked, so I'm on board with this coin. It's an up-and-coming layer 1. Okay, so we still are in the main downtrend since April of 2022. Actually, we can say we are in a downtrend from August of 2022 as well. We currently got snuffed out here. Let me see if this is an actual valid fib still. I'm not just going to go off a fib that I drew previously. Yeah, it's still valid. The bottom here, we're currently getting rejected. We did not reject, we're currently testing the 786 right here at 101. RSI is pretty much at the halfway point at 40. MACD is about ready to flip bearish though, so I think we're to be getting snuffed out here at the 786 and working our way down to 95. Let me see if other indicator points any buy or sell signals. There's no indicators. Our last buy signal was back here on September 17th, and luckily we didn't follow that because we wouldn't have made money because it didn't print a sell signal. So that's why you always look at other indicators. You just add a bunch of indicators together and make a valid prediction off of that. So short term right now, 786 is what we're currently at 101. It looks like we're about ready to flip bearish. So it looks like we're about ready to get rejected here at 101 and work our way down to this main support at 95. This is on the 4-hour chart. We're gonna definitely take a look at the day chart and see if this validates that. So this is kind of what I'm seeing. We're going to get rejected at the 786 where we're currently at, and then work our way down to 95. So if we go to the day chart, let's see if that's valid. So the day chart's about ready to flip bullish. So this is why you look at different time frames. So the day chart's about ready to flip bullish. The day chart is actually over the 786 right now, and the RSI has some room to run. So on the day chart, the longer term time frame, it does look like it wants to head up to the 618 here at around 107. And as you can see, we are in a downtrend. We have been tagging it quite a bit. So could we come up here to 117, 118? Absolutely. and then work our way down, still validate this downtrend. Like I said, at BTC, I believe is going to be pumping one more time up to around 19.5 to 20,000. And with that, who knows? Azrael could ride that wave hard and tag this downtrend at around 120, 118 on the day chart. But I'm going to be waiting for lower prices for Azrael. I'm waiting until 90 cents or below till I start accumulating more. I believe we will be seeing those numbers eventually. Actually, I think we're going to be seeing them very soon, sometime in the beginning of October, it looks like. So as of right now, for the day is bullish, but I chart off the 4 hour for the short-term time frame. In the short-term time frame, it does look like we're going to get rejected off the 786 and touch 95 before we work our back up. So longer term, it's looking bullish. Shorter term, I think we're getting rejected and heading down to around 95 cents. I currently have my buy-in order at 90. I was thinking about putting it here at 83. Let's just dissect this a little bit more. I'll just think out loud. So we have the 87. You can see this was a double support right here. We bounced right here, bounced right here, and had some action in between it right here. So this is one of the areas that we're looking at is 87. Honestly, I don't know where I got 90 from. I think it was just one of those round numbers that I said 90 would be good. If we draw one here, you can see 90 was the support back here. 90 was a resistance right here. 90 was a resistance right here. So we're going to be getting quite a bit of action, I believe, if we do fall below the 786 or 95 support. I think we're going to start bouncing around quite a bit, and you can see we actually moved pretty big to the downward side today with the BTC movement. We dropped approximately 9%. So we were at 107 today and fell right below the 786. So short term, I'm going to be keeping an eye on 95. Longer, I think we're going to be heading below 90. And we'll assess the situation at that time, because I definitely want to stack some more and put some more in my bag for sure. Kava. So Kava's down 0.9% at 149, 283 million total, 281 million circulating. So that's great. Almost all the coins are in circulation. Has a 419 million market cap. All-time high in this was 912 a year ago. All-time low was 2 years ago at 28. I think this is available on Coinbase. Oh no, it's currently available down here. I thought it was available on Coinbase, but apparently not. So Kava, 4 hour chart. Kava is well, actually we did just break above the support. This current candle, this little red candle right here, actually started 7 minutes ago, and we actually opened above this resistance at the time, so it is now support. So that's an area that we need to keep a close eye on right now is $1.47. RSI is pretty much stagnant sideways. MACD's really not doing much either, so we're gonna be going off the fibs. Nothing's printed there either, so we're gonna be going off some fibs here. Okay, so as of right now, it looks like the 786 is acting as a pretty heavy support for us. You can see it was pretty heavy support back here on September 21st. We wicked to it here on September 26th, and we had this big jump off of it today. We capitulated down on the 786, and we're currently having a tough time getting over the 618. You can see this candle's actively moving as we're charting right now. It just started 8 minutes ago. So we're kind of in between a support and a resistance. We're just below the 618, and we're just above the main support at 147. So I think we really need to keep an eye on the 147 and the 618 at $1.48. We definitely have room to run up on the RSI, but if you just take a general look at where we top out on the RSI in the recent past, since August, it looks like we generally run up to around 74 before we start seeing some downwards movement, actually to an oversold area. So there is a good chance that we could be breaking above the 618 right here and heading up to around $1.53 before we see a capitulation back down. 153 is a double resistance. There's a 382 on top of a main resistance area, and that still would validate this downtrend that we're in, making a lower high. So something like this could definitely be the case, and then working our way back down to the 786. So I'm actually gonna be bullish on Kava in the short term. I'm gonna be keeping an eye on approximate movement above the 618, and this is only if we do close this candle above the 618. So it just started, it has 4 hours to grow. So if we close above 148 or 150, I think 153 would be the next stop for Kava. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on approximately a 3 to 4% movement up to this double resistance area, and then we can assess the situation at that time. You can see we rarely enter overbought territory on the RSI, so it's hard for me to believe that we're going to be entering or breaking above a double resistance area when the RSI is already this high. So I think the highest that we will go is around 153, and then we'll work our way back down from there. And as you can see, if we do get above the 618, this is going to be a double support for us. So if we do get rejected off that 153, we could start some sort of consolidation here, but we'll just have to keep a close eye on that. So short term for Kava, I'm going to be bullish on a movement up to around 153. And that's the bullish. And of course, I'm going to go over the bearish too. So the bearish is if we don't break above the 618. I don't think the support at 147 will hold, and we're going to be working right back down to the 786 at 144. So that one's pretty simple there. Keep an eye on the 618. The bullishness is if we break above the 618. The bearishness is if we don't break above the 618. So the 618 right here at 148 is the storyteller. We break above that, I think we're heading to 153. If this candle right here that we're currently on right now doesn't break above the 618 when it closes, I think another test of the 786 at 144 will be the case. So keep an eye on the 618 at 148. That's going to be the storyteller for Kava. Okay. So what else is ripping today? Quan. In the last 7 days, Quan is up 31% in a week. That is crazy. RSR has been absolutely running. RSR has been up 60% in the last week. I actually saw a couple people on Twitter call RSR before it started running. And man, 60%, not bad in a bear market. So far today, it looks like Quant's the leader at 147 or 1147. GMT is the second highest runner. Let's see what else is running today. Neo, Maker. Would you take a look at Algo pumped a Ryan Seeger? Would you look at Algo pumped a bit a couple days ago? Yeah, sure can, man. Thanks for being a member of the channel. I really appreciate the support. So Algo is down 3.5% at 35 cents, 10 billion max, 6.9 billion in circulation, 2.4 billion market cap. All-time high is 356 3 years ago. All-time low is 2 years ago at 10 cents. So let's take a look at Algo. I am bullish on Algo long term. I think Algo is a great long-term hold. I've been hearing nothing but great things about it. So yeah, we definitely did have this large run-up right here. We had a very nice step-up effect. We tested this support right here. Broke above it, so we made some higher highs, and we still have not made a lower low yet. In order to make a lower low, we would actually have to capitulate all the way back down to 31 cents. But nonetheless, MACD is starting to cool down. We are starting to head towards a bullish movement. RSI is sitting in pretty good shape at 40. This indicator right here showed a double sell up here, hasn't flashed a buy yet. So that's just something to take into consideration. That's the 4 hour. We're gonna look at the 4 hour. I'm gonna look at the day chart on this. Let's see what fib is valid. Is it gonna be this one, or is it gonna be the lower one right here? So there's that one there, and then there's the lower one right here. So this lower one is the valid one where we're gonna be going off of. So you can see we actually wicked down to the 618, which is sitting on top of a main support at 33 cents. So that is fantastic. You have a double support to hold you up right here, and the main support is actually sitting on top of a 618, and the 618 is one of the most important areas on a fib. And the crazy part is, if you do break below that, you have another double support here at 31. So it's gonna be very difficult to put in a lower low here, because you'd have to fall below this double support and this double support in order to get down here to make a lower low. So we're still bullish on Algo right now. I believe it has room to run. In short term right now, I think we should be keeping an eye on this 36 cents range. I do think we're going to be heading up there because as of the short term, yes, we are putting in lower highs and lower lows, and that still would validate that. But I think this double support area at 33 is going to act very big, and I think this is going to be one of the main key areas that we need to keep an eye on is 33 cents. Short term, I do think we are going to be heading up to this main resistance at 36 to the 382. If we break above the 382, then the continuation up to 40 cents would be the case, but that's more of a longer term TA. Shorter term, we're going to be keeping an eye on this double resistance area right here. You can see there's quite a bit of resistance right here. You have the resistance at 36, you have the 382 at 36.4, and then you have another main resistance at 37. So this is an area that has a lot of, I guess, a lot of resistance to get over. So short term right now, I think we're coming up to test these resistance. That's on the 4 hour. Let's see what the day says. So on the day chart, we bounced off the 0.5. We actually wicked down to the 618, but we hard candled to the 0.5. MACD is heading towards a bearish movement. You can see a bearish crossover getting very close. We could have a bearish crossover fake out similar to what we had back here. We had that small red candle, and then it continued more bullish. And if we did have that bearish crossover, that would be a movement down to the 618 at 33, and then a movement higher up to 40. But short term on the day chart is starting to look bearish, but I go off the 4 hour. So days bearish, 4 hours bullish. And by bearish, I don't think we're going to be crashing all the way back down to 28 cents. By bearish, I think the lowest that we would possibly go is the 618 at 33. I don't own any algo. If I wanted algo, I'd probably just put a buying order at 33 cents, and if it hit, it hit. If not, so be it. On the day chart, the RSI is pretty high. You can just see this is a general area where we top out at. If I just draw a general mean line right here, you can see this is a general area where we've been topping off, and we briefly break over it occasionally, but this is a general area where we get some sort of rejection, but we don't really drop that far. We drop back down to 30. So longer term, let's just keep an eye on the 618 at 33, then a continuation up to 382 to put in a higher high up to 40 and above. On the 4 hour chart, I'm going to be bullish on it, working its way up to these pretty much triple resistance area. So keep an eye on 36.1 and the 382 at 36. We break above 36. I think 37 would be the top before we start seeing some downwards movement on it. So short term bullish, longer term bearish to an extent, I guess you could say. Kava has 25% staking on Uphold. That's crazy. I don't use Uphold though. Oh boy. So CTX, I'm guessing you're talking about this one. Cryptic Finance. Whoa. Up 34.3% at $4.22. 10 million max, 3.3 million circulating, 14 million market cap. Definitely a good setup for a possible moonshot if it survives this bear market. That is a very, very low max supply and circulated supply and market cap. It also looks like you can lock and stake it here. You can see locked capital deposit in the platform in the form of a loan collateral. The ratio of fully diluted value over the value locked TVL of this asset. Ratio of 1 means it is greater than TVL. Ratio of the market capitalization over total of this asset. So something to look into. All-time high in this was $44, probably the peak of the bull run. All-time low was over a year ago. Take a general look at this. Let's see how long this coin came out April 2021 and peaked. It actually peaked in this bear market. That's crazy. Currently available on Coinbase. Looks like Coinbase is running it right now. That's a crazy coin to have on Coinbase. For being listed on such a large exchange, having that small market cap with only 3 million coins in circulation. Man, for being listed on a large exchange like that, if this survives the bear market, I think this thing could definitely make some mad gains in the bull market, in the bull run. Definitely being listed on a exchange like Coinbase. When you're in a bull market, people just buy random coins like crazy. You have all those new time investors that don't know crap and they just throw money at anything that moves. Hell yeah, I think this thing could definitely rip in the bull run. Wow, that's a nice Oh boy, that's a nice move right there. That is a great move right there. This is what happens when you have a small market cap with a small circulating supply of coins. You see how fast this thing can move up. One buy and you have this huge green candle, but also one large sell. It works the opposite way as well. But that's the benefit of having a small cap coin with a small circulating supply. We actually worked our way up to the 323 resistance, wicked all the way up to pretty much $5 at 490. But we're gonna do a fib retracement here and see what's going on. Either a fib retracement or we're going to be going off of, no, this is valid. I was gonna go off a larger one, but this is valid. So currently this is where we got snuffed at, is 423. If we take a closer look at it, you can see that is a double resistance area. So that's why we're kind of getting stuck there. It's actually the 618 sitting on top of this main resistance at 423. RSI is oversold. MACD is still running bullish. We're not close to flipping to a bearish crossover yet. We haven't had a sell signal flash, but it doesn't look like this thing ever prints sell signals. So currently right now, I personally wouldn't be investing in this right now. We're getting stopped at a double resistance area. I think we fall back down. We tag this main support at 392, but inevitably after you have runs like this, I think we're gonna be heading back down to around 375. I think that would be the safe play. Rejection from here and drop down to 375 and then assess the situation at that time. If we did break above, I've seen it happen, even being oversold and everything like that, there's still room to run. If we do break above 423, the next stops would be 450 here at the 786. I've seen that happen before. So it's too risky in my personal opinion to get in right now. If you got in down here and you know, took your profit out and you're even and you're just holding a moon bag right now, if you want to hold it. But we're at a double resistance area right now. More likely than not, I'd play the safe. I always play the cautious play. And the double resistance area is always something to keep a close eye on, especially when you're in the overbought territory on the RSI. That's the 4 hour. If we just take a look at the day, let's see if that validates it as well. So the day we're not in overbought on the RSI and the MACD is just ripping. Doesn't look like we ever enter the overbought in the RSI yet on this coin. So we've never been in the overbought territory in the RSI. The highest that we've gone so far is previously back here on June 8th, where we're currently at right now, or pretty dang close to it right now, at around 70 on the RSI. You can see we actually wicked up to the 786 there. Currently broke above the 618 though, so I think this thing might have a chance to go up to that 786 at around 450. The day chart says it. The day chart says, hey, I think there's some more gas in the tank here, guys. We have a little bit more moon juice left to drink, so let's go up to 786 and have a party. So let's keep an eye on 450 in the longer term, and then a retracement from there. So it kind of validates that movement on the 4 hour of breaking above. That's the 4 hour breaking above that double resistance area. Actually, as we charted it right now, we actually broke above it. I didn't even move that fib. Look at that, we're moving right now. So we broke above it, guys. We got gas. We're going. So forget the retracement, man. Look at that. It's still going. Wow. So since we've charted this thing's moved up. We were below that 5% since we started doing this TA on it. So this thing definitely still has juice to run. Let's keep an eye on 450 for the next stop. It's still bullish, guys. It's still moving. But just like you see this large movement, people are going to start taking profits. And as soon as you see red, I'd be very careful here, because then you can start seeing the big, it moves up down just as fast as it moves up. So we did just break above this double resistance as we were charting it. Next up here's the 786 at 450. Keep an eye on 450. So look at that. It made me eat my words while I was charting it. Inevitably, if we headed above that, you have the one here at $5 tops. $5 tops. I mean, that would be crazy if we hit $5. But as of right now, just keep an eye on 450. This thing's just chugging the moon juice right now. Kind of makes me just want to look at it for a while. Let's look at the 1 hour, see how the 1 hour is going. 1 hour still ripping. 30 minutes. Ooh, 30 minutes had a big sell right there. Yeah, so broke above that double resistance area. Let's keep an eye on 450. So this is now a double support area if we close above it. Let's take a look at Luna. What's Luna been up to lately? Luba. So Terra Luna's down 5.6% at 253, circulating supply of 164 million, max supply of infinite, market cap of 418 million, all-time high was 1887 4 months ago, all-time low was 1 month ago at 153. Ooh, shit. Let's look. LUNA. It just flashed the buy signal, big buy signal. Last time it flashed a buy signal was back here on August 20th, and if we would have rode that buy signal up to the sell signal, I'm gonna have to crash this down. So if we followed the indicator there, which you can see we were about ready to flip, I mean, we're pretty deep bearish on the MACD. We were in the well oversold category on the RSI, and this thing flashed a buy signal. So if we would have rode that out till we got that sell signal, let's see how large we would have made. So buy here, sell. Oh, not that much. I had you sell back here on September 1st. That's only 50. If you would have held to the second one, that would be 439%. Still debating on whether this indicator is something I want to continue using, so that's why I'm pulling this up as I'm charting, just to see how valid it actually is. But it did just flash a buy signal right here, which you can see the RSI wasn't oversold, and we just started flipping bullish on the MACD. Let's draw some fibs. We have a main fib here. I'm going to get rid of the main fib, just clear everything off. Actually might go up to here and see what that is. Or is it this one? Not that one. Hey, see you, Mr. Andy Walk. Thanks for stopping in. Have a great night, man. So short on the micro fib, I guess you could say we're currently getting stopped to the 382. MACD is about ready to flip bearish. RSI stagnant sideways. So it did just flash a buy side, but that's just something you have to take into consideration. We could be seeing that drop back down to the 618 here at 233. Then I'll work up to 319, which I think could be the case because we did just break out of this downtrend that we've been in. You can see we just put in a higher high, so it did just flip bullish, and inevitably you tend to test that downtrend back as support. Which looks like we already did. We already tested it as support right here. So we had that downtrend, tested as support right here, so that is bullish. So it did not fall back into the downtrend on the short term. So I think that capitulation down here to the 618 would still be bullish because it would test that downtrend for a second time, and then we could see that moving up to around 319. Let's extend this fib a little bit further and see what we could get for some possible gains. So on the larger fib, the 786 has been our main support. You can see it's held us up once, twice, 3, 4 times. We consolidated very heavily between the 786 and this downtrend until we got very close to the peak of this triangle, and we capitulated down to $2. And this is what's happening to BTC right now. If you think about it, at the beginning, if you want to zoom back and look at the very first, I charted BTC, and BTC has been in a downtrend since December, and it's getting very similar. It's riding on the 786. It's been riding on the 786 forever, and we're getting very close to the peak of the triangle as well on BTC. And as you can see, when you get close to that triangle, you consolidate very, very tightly. Think of it like a spring. It starts coiling up. You know, it starts coiling up and it gets tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. And there's all that energy, and there's only two different ways that it can go, either to the upside or downside. So you usually have a break to the upside or downside, and we are in a bear market, so majority of the time it's going to break to the downside, and that's exactly what happened here for Luna, and that's what I think is going to be happening to BTC here very soon as well. But for the short term right now, we did break back above that downtrend. We tested it once. We're currently getting stopped out at the 786 at 251. Inevitably, if we do get rejected there, we're going to test the downtrend once more at around 236. But inevitably, I do think we are going to be heading up to this main resistance area. I think we're actually going to be blasting right through that 618 and heading up to around 319. And we'll start making some higher highs here, something like this. Higher highs and higher lows, and then continue on. So I'm going to be bullish on Luna right now, up to around $3 and $3.19. Look at Luna Classic, see what's going on with that. So Luna Classic is down 4.7% at 002 million, trillion, quadrillion coins in circulation. Not even going to go over that. Wow, that flashed a huge buy signal. Look at that. That is a 70% candle right there. On the, what is this? On the on yesterday. Holy crap. Whoops. Flash 3 buys actually, but this one was the lower one. Actually just got back to the 50 area on this. And this thing was saying, hey, get out, get out, get out. Man, that bot's going crazy. I need to try to figure a way to control that so it's not just spam in the chats. So let's draw some fibs on this bad boy. We actually are about ready to flip bearish on the 4-hour. RSI is around 60. I'm just take a quick look at the day before I start scribbling all over the screen. Day chart's about ready to flip bullish. RSI is at a general neutral state. You can see we were at this area for a very, very, very long time until we ran up higher. So it's about ready to flip bullish again on the day. So on the day chart, it looks like we might want to keep an eye on a drop down in the main support area. Then it looks like it wants to put in a higher high. You can see we had the run, consolidation, run. I'm still going to be pretty bullish on LUNC. But this is just the day chart right here. Let's look at the smaller time frames and get some more price action. So let's see, we're gonna go from here to here, we're gonna go here to here, we go here to the top. Let's see. Oops. Yeah, we're gonna be going off this main fib here. This main fib's valid. We wicked up to the 618, got rejected. The 618 sitting pretty dang close to this resistance area right here at 3212709 whatever. So we just got to keep a close eye on that. The 786 is holding us up right now. There is about ready to be a bearish crossover on the MACD, but this could easily be a fake. You can see the candles are kind of cooling off. They're not really getting lower. They're kind of the same height, just moving sideways. As soon as we bounced off the 786, that's what happened. It started cooling sideways and not really getting smaller and smaller. So it kind of looks like we want to make a run up here to test this double resistance area. And if we break this double resistance area, the next option would be 409. So if we get above, that's another 15%, 16% run. Oh, that's huge. I could definitely see this thing doing that. I could see this thing making 16%. If we break above that, I think we're going to be going up another 50%. We broke out of that downtrend. We back tested it. Did we back test it? No, we haven't back tested it yet. So that's something to take into consideration. We haven't back tested this downtrend yet, but as of right now, the 786 is acting as the big boy here as the support. So let's just keep an eye on a movement up to this general area. I think we're going to be seeing another 17% movement, and then we'll assess the situation. It's a double resistance area right there with the 618 sitting on top, not on top, but pretty dang close to the main resistance. If we break above that, I think the 382 would be the high that we go to 4357, back test the support, and then continuation higher. But if we get rejected from here, let's keep it on the 786. This has to be our support, because if we break below that, it's most likely to be coming down to test this downtrend as support. If it breaks below the 786, I definitely see it heading down to test this as support. So we can see a big fat red candle test that, and then continuation up. But Nonetheless, 786 is the price we need to keep an eye on. We stay above that. I think a 17% run from here is easily possible. Or 17 to 22% run here is definitely possible for Luna Classic. That's Luna Classic. Let's see. So what are we going to look at next? Let's see. Let's see it grow. And last but not least, not of the night, but out of the Luna, USTC. Oh, that flashed a buy signal too. Double buy signal. Oh, dang. You stop yawning. You have some coffee. You drink some moon juice or something. I'm about ready to cross over bearish on the MACD. Our size neutral at 50. Just look at the 1 day. So I just did, oh no, I did Kava. Never mind, I'll do KDA. I don't know what I'm talking about. So USTC on the day, you can see we're gradually working towards a bullish crossover, and the RSI definitely has room to run up to around 70. If we did do that, let's see. Yeah, the 786 is currently holding us up right now. If we did run up to 70, that would actually bring us up to the 0.5 here at 5.1 cents. We still are putting in lower highs, but inevitably something like this could definitely be the play. This is the day chart, so this is longer term. I don't normally do long-term TAs, but that's a 50% gain from where we're currently at. Let's see if the 4-hour chart kind of validates that. So the thing about the 4-hour chart is you can see all this resistance right here. There's a ton of resistance. You have pretty much two main resistance on top of each other. You have a 618 right here and another main resistance. So between 3.7 cents and 4.5 cents, it is just a battle zone right there. So that's just an area we need to keep an eye on if we head up there. We're currently being held up by the support right here. I'm gonna get rid of the main fib and draw a micro fib and see what's going on with that. I think this one might be valid here, bottom to top, and gradually step it up to see where it's valid. Actually, we're gonna go super micro. Oh, that's not valid either. Ah, there we are. So this main support is sitting on top of a 618. It's acting as a double support. You can see we generally wick up to around the 236 area here. We've wicked, but we've only hard candled to the 382. You can see we hard candled it to here, got rejected, hard candled here, got rejected. Didn't really hard candle here, but inevitably we have not broken over that for quite a while. This was a very heavy area of resistance back here. Personally, I think this double support is going to hold at 3 cents in the short term, and we're going to be working our way up to test this 382 that has been giving us a very difficult time here in the past. We definitely have room to run and break through it, but we haven't been having very large movements since September. You can see the RSI has just been low, and when the RSI is low and consolidates sideways, that just equals downwards movement. So short term right now, let's keep an eye on 3 cents and then working our way up to around 3.3. Inevitably, if we do, I guess, did we reverse? Yeah, we reversed here as well. So all the Luna coins reversed today. All the Luna coins broke out of their downtrend. So inevitably, I'd be keeping an eye on a movement up to around 3.2. If we break above 3.2, I think this main resistance area at 3.7 is going to be a stopper. The RSI would be pretty dang high right there, and then you just have a ton of resistance. So short term would be bullish on to the 3.3. If we want to be extremely bullish, I'd be keeping an eye on 3.7 area right here. This is a double support. I don't think we're going to be breaking through it unless you see, I mean, look at that huge wick. But I don't think we're going to be breaking below 3 cents here. So let's keep an eye on the movement up to around 3.3, then inevitably 3.7. Just scoop some Blue Moon ice cream, about to get high and smash it. You go, dude. Hell yeah. Sounds like a great Tuesday night. So KDA is down 1.4% at 140 billion max supply, pretty much 200 million coins in circulation, 277 million market cap. All-time high was $27 11 months ago. All-time low was 6.5 cents 2 years ago. This is the one that's available on Coinbase. No, could have swore this was available on Coinbase. Unless they removed it. I could have swore this was available on Coinbase because I think I remember flipping it. I don't know if they removed it or not, but I could be wrong. Okay, so let's look at KDA. We did just flip bearish on the MACD. RSI is tailing back down, but we've just been consolidating, it looks like, for a while here. I'm gonna look at the day real quick and try to compare them without drawing all over this yet. Day chart's about ready to flip bullish, has room to run on the RSI. The day chart, longer term looks bullish, shorter term. And there's really no price data to go off of, so we're gonna have to go off of fib. Not that one. Okay, so there we go. As of right now, we're consolidating between the 1 right here and the 786 at 47 cent or 147. So between 138 and 147, we've been consolidating. You can see we've bounced off it several times. As of right now, yes, we did flip bearish on the MACD, but the MACD really hasn't been moving much. That's what consolidation does. Consolidation just has a neutral reaction on the MACD. So as of right now, I think it's going to be kind of a rinse and repeat type scenario. Let's keep an eye on moving up to the 786 at around 146 in the short term. The short term just consolidation. If we do break below that $1.38, you do have a main support at 135. So short term, I think we're just going to be either consolidating or heading down to 135. I don't think we'll be breaking above the 786 at 146 on the short term. So I'm not going to be extremely bullish on it in the short term. I think as of right now, 4 or 5% gain possible, but inevitably, if we do get rejected from that, you could drop down to the main support, which is the 7% drop. So on the short term, I'm going to be consolidation to possibly capitulate down to 135. The day chart, however, is bullish. So longer term on this, longer term it's bullish. We're about ready to flip bullish. RSI is definitely set up to run. So short term, it's kind of neutral. Longer term, it definitely looks bullish in the longer term. Let's, oh shoot. So we're still in this down, actually, we could. Yeah, so short term it does look bullish. I'm about ready to flip bullish, and as you can see, we've been testing this downtrend. It does look like the 786 at 147 would be testing that downtrend, then working its way back down to 135. So I guess I don't see any blast off for it anytime soon. I mean, if that's what you're looking for, I don't see any moonshot happening anytime soon. But on the short term, I do see some upwards moving on it. Just it doesn't look like it's going to be making some massive moves anytime soon. You can see this is just a general support area throughout its lifespan. down here where it's currently at. So similar to like I talked about Bitcoin and talked about, what coin was that? The coin I charted about it consolidating and broke down to the downside. It just looks like it wants to consolidate until we get close to this downtrend right here. Then we could either see a break to the upside or downside. But I'd just be more likely to say that's just going to consolidate. And this thing has just been tanking. Okay, what else are we gonna look at? Man, Quant is still ripping. Quant's up 17% now at 142. Ah, man, I need that thing to just tank. I need Quant to tank. Wow. Let's see what Quant looks like now from where I charted it. I charted it earlier. Second coin on the... Damn. Oh man, Quant, I need you to tank. But as of right now, Quant's still holding up. It said 3618 at 145. I called 145 tops, and we're still running. Still overbought on the RSI. MACD actually just diverged even further away from each other. If we break above the 3618, the next stops would be $150 for Quant. Just insane. BTC. I thought I scribbled all over this before. I'm still waiting for that. I'm not going to buy anything until we see that buy signal on this. But what coins do you guys want me to look at? Any coins you guys want me to look at? We've covered quite a few tonight. Let's actually take a look at Ethereum. If Ethereum hits 1,000 or lower, I'll probably pick up some more of it. Ethereum's my largest holding. Ethereum's down 0.6 at 1,332. Oh shoot. Okay, so Ethereum just got rejected at that main resistance area, 1,409. Got rejected, moved its way. Let's go to auto real quick. Zoom in and get a closer look. Yeah, so we actually went up to 1,409, fell back down to the 786 right here on Ethereum, and broke below it. We are about ready to flip bearish on the MACD as well. RSI is pretty dang high. That's the 4 hour. Let's look at the day real quick. Day chart's about ready to flip bullish. I think that bullish will be snuffed out by the 786 at 1357. I'll draw. Yeah, I guess we can draw a micro fib unless I have the larger fib there, but we can draw a micro fib. So currently right now on Ethereum, we're getting stopped out at the 382. MACD is about ready to flip bearish. RSI is tailing down. So I think Ethereum is going to be dropping back down to the 618. You can see the 618 has been very big support for us since the 21st. I mean, even back here, this is the 618 back here. So since September, the whole month of September. So I think we're actually going to get rejected right here, similar to what we did back here. We ran up, got rejected, went down to the 618. Ran up, got rejected, went down to the 618. Had a nice run up, got rejected the main resistance, and fell below the 382 and get stopped at 382 and then head back down to the 618. So it looks like 13,1285 or 1,285 is going to be the next stop for Ethereum. So I'm going to be bearish on Ethereum. Keep an eye on 1,000. What did I say? 1,286. Approximately a 2% drop. Inevitably, you do have the 786 and main support down here at 1,251. So it's gonna be very difficult to fall below that 786 because it is a double support area. But nonetheless, I do think BTC is gonna be crapping the bed here pretty soon, guys. I covered that at the very beginning of this live stream. So if you want to know what that's about, just zoom back to the beginning and hear my rant on BTC. Saito, S-A-I-T-O. Saito's up 2.7% at 1 cent, 10 billion max, 2.1 billion circulating, 22 million market cap. 11 cents 9 months ago, 0.04 1 year ago. Been out since April. I actually peaked this bull or bear market the beginning of January. Currently available on following exchanges, a lot of swaps. I don't think this chart's gonna look good. Nope. Okay, Saito. And it really doesn't have any large movements. I mean, look how small these candles are. MACD is still bullish. RSI is pretty high. Just take a general. So if we do break above here on the RSI, we will enter the overbought territory. It looks like if we just take a zoom out and look at the lifespan. Wow, this thing was way up there back in the day. It looks like this is a general area where we top out at 65. You can see we topped out back here. We topped out back here. Pretty much that's where we always top out. And if we do break above it, which is not very often, we tend to go into the oversold territory just for a little bit. But we are currently testing that area right now. And as you can see, it is starting to curve back down. That doesn't mean we can't break above it right now, but history doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme. And just the lifespan of this coin, this is a normal area of rejection. So with rejection comes lower prices. Okay, let's get some fibs on here. Okay, so as of right now, it looks like we're currently getting stopped at the 618. MACD is still growing, so the main area that we need to keep an eye on here is this 1.02. If we get above that, the 0.5 is sitting on top of the main resistance at 1.0. And I think with the way that the RSI is and everything like that and the past history of that, if we do enter the overbought territory, it will get rejected here at 1. But more likely than not, if we just play if we play the odds, this is a normal rejection area. And it looks like once we get rejected here,
786 is the next stop at 009 with a possible wick down to 0095. So I'm going to be bearish on this. I'm going to play the stats because this is a normal rejection area and say that we're going to be stopped out here at the 618 and work our way back down to the 786. So that's approximately a 3% drop from right here. And then we'll assess the situation at a later time. So I'm going to be bearish on it. The RSI was lowered, like, oh man, it looks like we're about ready to make a big move, but this is a general top where we normally stop out. How about Atom? Yeah, we can check that out. Atom down 4.2% at $13.45. Had it on my sticky note. Oh no. Wait. Must have moved that line. Let's see, auto. Yeah, I must have accidentally moved this line. I saw it, I'm like, oh my god, it broke. Was this, hang on one sec. I don't know if this was a chart or not. I just want to make sure I'm charting the right one. I had a chart previously drawn. It was the right one, so I gotta go back to that. Looks like I just accidentally moved that uptrend. So I talked about this last time I charted Atom about this uptrend and how we've been pretty much in it since June and how we've back tested it several times. And this is very, very healthy growth for a coin. This is what I really like seeing in a coin. No moonshots, no heavy capitulations down, just steady up and down movement. That is the best growth you can see in a coin. It's very, very healthy. And as you can see, we have broken below this occasionally, but we have came up back up and continued the uptrend. And as of right now, you can see this uptrend actually held still. We zoom in a little bit closer here, you can see we hit it, got a green candle. We currently have a red candle right now. RSI, yes, it's bearish. Or MACD, yeah, it's bearish. RSI is pretty much at 43, but I do think, this isn't financial advice, I do think this might be a good opportunity to pick up some more Atom. If it continues this trend, I mean, it's been continuing this trend up since June. So that could be that bottom that we see occasionally. You see the bottom and the upwards, bottom up, bottom up, bottom up, and then heading back up to 1686. And yeah, you can be like, oh look, we keep getting stopped out at 1860, but if we zoom in closer here, we actually did put in a higher high, if I remember correctly. Oh shoot, I believe we did put in a higher high. Oh no, we didn't. What's up with that? I'm still going by the pattern. I think this is going to be a general bounce area. We're heading back up to $16.86, and we'll assess the situation at that time. I've gone over 3-top, drop top several times in a lot of different TAs, and if we head back up to that 1686, we really need to focus on that. We really need to break above that, because that could be the nail in the coffin that sends us below this downtrend. So you'd have the 1 top, the 1 test, 2 top, you have the 3 top, and if we get rejected here for a 3rd time, there's a good chance that we could see a heavy deviation from this uptrend. So personally, I do think we are going to be heading up to around 1686 here. We have the 618 here, which was our support. You can see it was great support before we fell below it. And then we have this uptrend as a support as well. So I think we're going to be breaking above the 618 here at 1381, working our way up to the 786 and possibly cool down for a little bit, and then working our way up to 1686. But inevitably, I do think this uptrend pattern is going to continue until we get up to $16.86. Which is approximately a 24.7% where we're currently at. But we got to keep an eye on, you know, eventually patterns don't continue forever. So eventually this is going to break. And as you can see right now, we are having a difficult time getting over the 1680. So we really need to get above it. If this pattern, if this did break on this drop right here, hypothetically, which it's still holding it pretty dang good. If this was the breaking point of this pattern, I wouldn't consider it broken unless we headed down to around this $12.30 range. I think if we wick down to the 0.5, I still would consider the pattern intact at 12.79 for a continuation up. But if we break below this 0.5 here at 12.75, I'm going to say this pattern's broken, and then we might be seeing that slow cool down on Atom. But I'm gonna be bullish on it, guys. I'm gonna be bullish. I'm not gonna be bearish on it. I just had to give you guys the bearish scenario, something to keep an eye out for. But as of right now, it's holding up perfectly. We had that bounce exactly where we needed it, exactly when it touched the line. It bounced. 618 is our next test at 1381. 786 will be our next test at 1532, and inevitably I do think we are coming up to test this main resistance soon for a third time, and we'll just have to assess that at that time. So I'm gonna be bullish on Atom. Even on the day chart, I mean, look at that day chart. That is a very steep, heavy growth, and the day chart's starting to cool down on the MACD. So yeah, even the day chart is bullish too. So I'm bullish on Atom. Looking good. So ALBT is up 1.5% at 3.9 cents. 85 million max. Total supply is 1 billion. I don't know what that's about. If you're investing in this coin, hopefully you did your research and you know. Circulating supply is only 460 million with the 18 million market cap. So it definitely has set up to go. It definitely has the juice and the setup with the low circulating supply. All-time high was 136 a year ago. All-time low was 5 hours ago. It recently just hit an all-time low. If this was a coin that I was holding long-term, say if this is a coin you're holding long-term, this is not financial advice. It's always a great feeling buying at the lowest it has ever been. I know you're like, oh my God, it could go lower, but it's like, why risk it? This is the lowest it's ever been. So if this is a long-term hold, hopefully you were able to pick some up 5 hours ago. I mean, it's not too far away from where it was currently at, you know, up just a micro penny from where it's all-time low. So we did just hit an all-time low. So when we do the TA, we're going to be in uncharted territory. So there's going to be no data to go off of. So take what I say with a grain of salt. When you're in uncharted territory, it's a free-for-all. There's no data. So let's see. Wow. Where are... I've charted this before. Yeah, I think we had to do it off KuCoin. Yeah, we did have to do it off KuCoin. Man, that was barely a low. We've just been consolidating. All of ALBT coins will be in circulation by June 23. I checked the release schedule. Yeah, so that's something to take into consideration too, the release schedule. So as of right now, a little over half's in circulation. So there's still, what, 300 and, I'm bad at math, 390 million more coins they're going to put in circulation. So diluting the market like that could definitely affect the price to the downside. So just take that into consideration. If they release 390 million more without any, large burns or anything like that, it's just going to dilute the market. So always take that into consideration. So as of right now, I don't remember what I talked about last time, but as of right now, we're currently working our way back up to 4 cents. We're just consolidating between the support and the 786. I mean, we're not even really touching the support. We're coming down to 3.7. It's kind of rinse and repeat. MACD isn't doing crap. RSI is sitting here at 37. RSI is really not doing crap either. We're just doing a very tight consolidation between the main support at 37 and this main resistance at 4.1. Consolidation is a bullish thing. It just means people are willing to accumulate that coin at the same price for a very long period of time. And then once all the coins at that price range are bought up, the only way for the coin to go is up. So, but if we just take a general look at it, we've been in a downtrend. This is a very long area of consolidation. 17th of June till the 26th of August. And now we're entering another area of consolidation. And the bad part is, I mean, this is technically a double resistance area. You have the 786 sitting right below the main resistance area. So I think our main goal is to break above that. Well, of course, our main goal is to break above that. But if we do break above that, that's going to act as a double support, which will hold us up for some more consolidation. But short term right now, I think the consolidation is just going to continue. This thing looks pretty dependent on Bitcoin. I mean, this thing really didn't shit the bed that hard today when Bitcoin did. But you definitely have the room to run, but it just looks like you've had the room to run since the 17th of September. I mean, the RSI has been this low since the 17th of September. The MACD has been that low since the 17th of September, and nothing has happened. So I think we're just going to be chopping around and consolidating until it decides what it wants to do. And it's better than to be consolidating at the middle part at 50. So more likely than not, this consolidation is a lot more bullish than consolidating at the halfway point, because we're consolidating at the bottom. So I think this consolidation is a bullish thing. In the longer term, I think this is actually be a good thing, and we will see some higher movement. But as we are in uncharted territory, we're just putting a new lower low. I'm just going to be calling chop like this. And more likely than not, I do think we will see a breakout to the upside instead of the downside. That is, of course, dependent on BTC. And if you watched the beginning of my live stream, you got my general idea of what I think BTC is going to be doing. So short term, let's just look for some consolidation alliance block between 3.7 and 4.1. So with that, guys, I have time to chart one more coin for tonight's live stream. Who wants me to chart the last coin? Post it in the chat. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you join my Discord channel. You'll find the link in the description. I'm on there daily. We don't shill anything in there. It's just a great group of people sharing crypto information, bounce ideas off each other about certain coins, long, short calls. It's just a great group to be a part of. And if you want to, please smash that like button. That would help my channel grow, help the algorithm on my channel. And if you really like what I do and you want to support the channel even further, you can become a member, similar to how Ryan Seeger's a member. You get that special BTC logo next to your name, priority reply and comments. And I do NFT and swag giveaways every so often. If you zoom back and look at my other live streams, I gave away swag, NFTs, and I'm going to be continuing to do that here pretty soon. I'm kind of just taking a little break from it right now. I hit kind of a little rough patch in the road, but we are going to be continuing doing that here very soon with the swag and NFT giveaways. In order to participate in that, you either have to be a member of the channel, own one of my NFTs, one of my OG NFTs. If you own one of my OG NFTs, you also get perks in my Discord channel. There's all that. I'm not going to shill myself forever. Just look into it. So who wants the last coin charted tonight? Oh boy, yeah, I'm gonna sleep good tonight. And Quant is so bullish. I need Quant to crash. Oh, that's bad. I mean, I have a good buy entry at it, but I want more. I mean, 30% drop, that's all I'm asking. Maybe more. 40% drop and I'll get in. I'll buy some more. Okay, well, since no one's charting any coins, I'm going to end the live stream. So with that, I appreciate everyone who came out to the live stream and supported it. Please smash that like button, it helps out. Make sure you join my Discord channel, the link is below in the description. I appreciate all my channel members for supporting me in this bear market. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You make me enjoy what I do. So with that, guys, I'll stick around in the chats for a little bit, but I'll catch you guys next time on Charting Crypto live stream. Okay, I guess I'll do media. That'll be the last coin of the night. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so media. So media is down 2.4% at $7.53. 10 million max. Only 250,000 coins in circulation with a 1.8 million market cap. Definite moonshot possibility here. Holy shit. This is crazy. As long as they, even if they unleashed all the coins, that's only 10 million. 1.8 million market cap. Not as moonish as my Haka, but definitely moonish. All-time high was $312 during the last bull run, and it actually just hit an all-time low 9 days ago. So hopefully if this is a coin you're trying to pick up and hold, or just ride it out this bear market till the bull run, hopefully you're able to pick some up 9 days ago, because that is the lowest it's ever been. And it's currently available on, wow, it's available on Coinbase. It's available on Coinbase, and it has that small supply with that small of a market cap. If this survives the bear market, I definitely could see this thing ripping. Holy crap. I might, hang on, I'm gonna write this down. I might play this. I mean, there's not much trading going on right now, but this is definitely a possible moonshot. It's listed on it's been listed on a large exchange. It's even listed on FTX. Yeah, this thing's gonna rip in the next bull run. This was the all-time low right here at 729. That's the support right now. RSI is tailing down. MACD is still growing bearish. I'm gonna look at the day real quick before I start drawing on it. Wow, this thing's just been oversold for so long. This is a weird chart. Okay, so as of right now, it looks like it's consolidating between the $7.29 and the main resistance at 8.13. I mean, that's a pretty big consolidation. That's a 11% consolidation channel. Nonetheless, RSI is tailing down. MACD is also bearish. Let's draw some fibs. So as of right now, we're currently below the 786. It looks, or 618. It looks like. So we're currently below the 618, and we're still moving in a bearish scenario. If we just take a general look at the RSI, we enter overbought a lot, and we really don't rip. This is the highest we've been on the RSI since August of 2022, and it looks like we're tailing back down to possibly enter an oversold territory again. And with that would bring a bounce off the 618 right here, and we'd start that movement down with the 618 or 786 at 746. Back test that. I could definitely see something like that, and then working our way towards a possible another low. You can see we are putting in lower highs. We have not put in a lower low, but inevitably I do think the way that BTC is going to be playing out, and the way that this RSI in the past history has played out for this coin, I do think there might be another chance to get it at pretty dang close to an all-time low, if not lower. So as of right now in the bear market, I think this coin's going to continue its downwards movement, but in the bull run, I'm going to be very, very bullish on this. Yo, what's up, crypto critter? Welcome to the live stream. I'm actually just ending it, so for media, let's just keep an eye on a drop down to the 786 at 746, work its way back up to the 618 at 761, and then inevitably working its way back down to the main support, where this was the all-time low here. So I think we're going to be working towards that all-time low and possibly lower. So there might be some better buying opportunities in the future. But nonetheless, I think media could definitely rip in the bull run, especially with only 250,000 circulating with a 1 million market cap and listed on such a large exchange as Coinbase and FTX. All-time high was 313 during the last bull run, and definitely could get a lot higher during the next one. So definitely risk reward here though, so do your own research, don't just FOMO in. But this could possibly rip hardcore in the next bull run. So good call out, Chef. Okay, so with that, that would be the last coin of the night. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. If you haven't already, make sure you join my Discord channel.